Okay, Ben, welcome back. Welcome to your lesson for today. And this time we're gonna multiply decimals by 10 and 100. Now this is easy because we just need a few steps to answer this. Let's have an example first. Uh, 0.18 times 10. Okay, so we are multiplying decimals. Okay, and we can do the long method. For now, let's do the long method first. Okay, so to multiply these mouse, first arrange them in column. Okay, aligning all the last digit and multiply just like whole numbers. Okay, so if we're gonna multiply this using the long method, 0 times 8 is 0, 0 times 1 is 0. Okay, and here we're gonna proceed. 1 times 8 is 8, and 1 times 1 is 1. Okay, then let's add. We have 0, 8, and 1. Okay, so in our previous lesson, then, to multiply decimals, just multiply the whole numbers, and to put the decimals in the answer, just count all the digits after the decimal point. Okay, let's count all the decimal places after the decimal point. So in here we have 2, and here we have 0. Okay, so meaning to say we have two steps to the left to locate our decimal point. Let's do that. So 1, 2. Okay, so we have here 1.80. Okay, now in our lesson today, then we're gonna multiply decimals by 10 and 100 using the shortcut method. Okay, so how? Now to multiply decimals by 10 and 100, just move the decimal point to the right, depending on the number of zeros in our from our multiplier. Okay, so to multiply by 10, then just copy the the number and move the decimal point to the right, depending on the number of zeros that the multiplier had. Okay, so if we're going to do that, we have here 0.18. Okay, and for our multiplier, how many zeros do we have? Only one. Okay, we have 1 0 from 10. So we're gonna move the decimal point to the right one step because 10 here has only 1 0. The number of steps that we are going to use depend on the number of zeros that our multiplier have. Okay, so in this case we have only 1 0. So we're going to move the decimal point to the right one step. Okay. Okay. So from 0 here, the 0 will be here. So our answer will be 1.8, the same as 1.80. Okay. So this is the shortcut method. Okay. So let's have some more examples.
Then let's have 2.308 multiplied by 100. Okay?
So we are multiplying decimal number by 10 or 100. In this case, we are multiplying it by 100. No, you can use the long method, but we have also a shortcut method. But for now, let me show you how to multiply this using the long method. Okay, so in our previous lesson, let's copy this 2.308 multiplied by 100. Okay, so if you're going to multiply this, let's start from 0 here. So 0 times 8, 0. 0 times 0, 0. 0 times 3, 0. 0 times 2, 0. Okay? Now let's multiply the number from this number. Okay? So 0 times 8, 0. 0 times 0, 0. 0 times 3, 0. 0 times 2, 0. And 1 here, multiply with this number. 1 times 8, 8. 1 times 0, 0. 1 times 3, 3. 1 times 2, 2. And let's add. Okay? So 0 here, 0, 8, 0, 3, 2. Now where will we put the decimal point? Depending on the number of decimal places after the decimal point from our factors. Okay? So in here, we have 3. Here we have 0. So we have 3 steps to the left to put our decimal point. So let's count. 1, 2, 3. Our answer will be 230.848. Okay? Now we can use the short method by multiplying decimals using by 10 and 100. Just let's transfer the decimal point to the right depending on the number of zeros that our factor have. Okay? So how to answer this using the short method? Let's copy this first. 2.308. Okay? Now, for our multiplier here, how many zeros do we have? 2. Here we have 1, 2. 100 has 2 zeros. You need to say, just gonna move the decimal point here 2 steps to the right. Okay? Because we used 100 for our multiplier. So let's count. 1, 2. Now, our decimal point will be here between 0 and 8. That will be our answer. Okay? The same as this, the long method. Okay? So this one is faster. Let me see here. Okay? So no need to use the long method. Just use the shortcut method to answer to multiply the decimals using 10 and 100 or 1000. Just count. Just transfer the decimal point to the right, depending on how many zeros the multiplier have. Okay? So let's have some more example.
Example number 3. Then we have 145.304 times 10.
Okay? So in here, in this case, no need to use the long method. Okay? You can use the shortcut method. How? By just transferring the decimal point to the right, depending on how many zeros our multiplier have. Okay? So how to answer this? Just copy this. 145.304. Now for our multiplier, how many zeros does 10 have? Only 1. Okay? So therefore, for our decimal point, we just need 1 step to the right to locate our new decimal point. Okay? So our answer will be 1,453.0. Okay, that's it. Now let's have some more example. Okay, so we are multiplying decimal numbers by 10 or 100. So how do we answer this? Let's copy this first. 24.4. And let's count the number of zeros our multiplier have. And that will be our number of steps that we're going to make to the right. Okay? So 100 have 2 zeros. Okay? So meaning to say, we're going to take 2 steps also to the right. So from here, 1 and 2. So there's a missing decimal place here. So what are we going to do? Just add 0. Okay? To make it 2 steps. So our decimal point will be 3. So our answer will be 1,844, or it's 18,000. Okay, it's 18,440. Okay, for our answer. Okay, let's have next example then.
So number 5, let's have 192 times. Okay, how about 1,000?
So how do we multiply this? You can use the long method. Okay, but it's hard and it takes time. So let's use the shortcut method. How? Just transferring the decimal point. Okay. So first, let's copy this. 99.2, and let's count the number of zeros from our multiplier, which is 1,000. And that's 1, 2, 3. Okay. So 1,000 has 3 zeros. Meaning to say, for our decimal point here, we're gonna step 3 steps also. Okay, because there are 3 zeros in 1,000. So to that, let's count from here 3 steps. 1, 2, 3. And this will be our decimal point. And for the blanks here, there must be a number here. So let's put 0. To have a number for our place value here. Okay, so we're going to erase this. This will be our answer. Okay, so put some comma, 1, 2, 3, comma. So we have 189,200. Okay, that's how you multiply decimals then by 10 and 100. Just copy the number, then transfer the decimal point according to the number of steps, or according to the number of zeros from our factors, and that will be our number of steps to the right. Okay? Thank you for your time, and see you next lesson.